Welcome everybody. Right, we're going to kick off with our next session for today. So we're going to spend the next few hours talking about game-changing innovation in television. I mean, I do wonder if 2 hours is enough because there's so much happening in television at the moment. It's a pretty exciting time. So we've got a raft of different guests that are going to come and join us. I would like to invite Liana Dubois from Powered at 9 to join the stage, and Guillaume from Hipages. This is his second presenter gig today. This morning he was on the Today Show, but I'm sure he's more excited about being here. They're going to talk about Hipages and how television's contributed to the growth of the brand.
Thanks, Karen. Thank you. Hi, everyone. How are you all doing? You good? Oh, good. We've got some players in the audience. Awesome. So listen, we are here to talk to you today about closing the loop on television effectiveness, which is a very, very exciting topic and a really important one. Guillaume from Hipages is here to join me, and he's been really, really gracious and really giving, in fact, in being prepared to share his genuine business results and the impact that sponsoring a television show has had for their business and how it's grown their business. Spoiler alert, it has grown their business exponentially, but you'll see a little bit about that soon. Listen, closing the loop on television effectiveness is really important to us at Nine and something we're very passionate about because I think there's been this ongoing challenge in the television industry forever and a day, both for us, as the TV industry at large, but also for our advertisers and our partners. Because whilst instinctively everybody knows that television sells product, there's been a real lack of true blue proof. And it's really exciting because with thanks to, the evolution in technology and some really extraordinary partners that we work with in Agile and also TV Squared, proof has arrived and we can now very legitimately prove the immediate and also long-term impact that television is having for brands. So G and I are going to have a little chat, and then if there's time at the end, there might be some time for some questions as well. But what I want to do first is just sort of set the scene for you, because about 12 months ago, Stu Tucker took to the stage at Adweek. Actually, it wasn't this event, it was at Adweek. And he talked about this all-in bet that he was going to place, whereby he was going to ring-fence a particular portion of his spend that had largely been spent on search and social, and he was going to change the game and push all of his chips into sponsoring a television show, and that television show was The Block. So G, can you take us back to that decision that you and Stu made 12 months ago?
Yeah, sure. So hi everyone, I'm Guillaume. I'm the head of brand and comms at Hipages. We are the online platform to connect Australians with tradies. And to your point, Liana, we had a bit of an issue, is that our business, we used to call it Australia's best kept secret because we've been around for 15 years and no one heard about us. And we had this big issue that we relied massively on paid search and performance marketing rather than actually focusing on brand building. So the journey for us to sponsor The Block last year started 2 years ago when we decided, okay, let's do it. Let's start some activities to build our brand. For the first time, we launched our first above-the-line campaign, mixed media, with our first free-to-air TV ads. And that was actually quite successful in terms of lifting our brand awareness, but also some business metrics. And what happened on the first day of the launch, so the graph that you can see here is basically every Sunday, so it's week-on-week results of jobs being posted on the Hipages app every Sunday. And the one that's above them all is the launch of our campaign on the 12th of August 2018. And you see that in the morning, you see more and more jobs being posted because we had print activities, we had outdoor activities. And the big spike that you experience around 7:52 p.m., I think that's the beauty of working in the tech business, you can see the results by the minute, is our ad airing in an ad break of The Block on Sunday night. And when we saw that, we realized, all right, we are into something. Definitely being able to see an immediate business impact from a TV activity like that, we should just chip it all in. And we did. We've decided to sponsor The Block the year after in 2019, and I think we've been very pleased. Yeah.
So can you talk to us a little bit about those results? The proof is in the pudding, right? How has The Block delivered for you in 2019?
Yeah, well, I was very surprised. Initially, we were very much focusing on building our brand awareness. It worked quite well. I think the aided awareness jumped by 10 points just after The Block. And I'm just talking here about 3 months, 12 weeks on one channel, one show. not a mixed media campaign. So those results were quite incredible. In terms as well of the unaided awareness jumped quite a bit. So the last results to your right, I think. The first mention, when people were asked about, which platform or which website do you know, are you aware of to hire tradies, jumped by 10 points as well. And above all, consideration. We were very, very happy with a massive jump of 11 points of people actually considering using the Hipages platform, which is hard because we are disruptors. You wouldn't go for, to an app to hire tradies in the first place. And on top of that, you need to think of Hipages. So we're very pleased with that. But I think what really, really pleased us were the impact really on our business metrics. We're a very agile business. We're not a big guy. We're a disruptor. We don't have much money. And when you tell your CEO, the board of directors, or the senior leadership team that we're going to reduce a bit performance marketing that's bringing jobs every day, every minute, every second, and we're going to just bet, and we're going to give it a try, and we're going to put it on TV. Well, we're very pleased when you see those graphs, and that's the reason why I'm still here talking to you today. But so this is comparing our app downloads, which is very important for us because we're a non-tangible product, we're an app. And you see the dark line is basically 2018, the light blue line is 2019, and you see a massive jump between July and August, which is when the block last year started. And not only the spike is massive at the beginning, but it actually held up for the rest of the show, the 3 months. And we'll talk about that later, but after the show went off air as well. Jobs, even more impressive. I mean, this is a graph every marketer wants to be able to present, especially when you work in brand against those digital people that always have metrics to show. You show that, and you're like, look, it's good. You've got 2017, 2018, and boom, 2019, week 32 of the year, which was the launch of the blog. This is the jobs being posted on the Hipages platform. And then again, the beautiful surprise is not only seeing the spike straight away on week 1, first day of integration, first TV ad on the blog, but it's also seeing that it's growing over time over the past 3 months. So it was not just surprise effect in the first week. It's actually been incrementally growing throughout the 12 weeks of the campaign. So we're very, very happy with that.
So we're seeing here the immediate impact, obviously, that the block has had and that television has had for your business. And we will talk in a little bit about the halo effect and the long-term impact that you are all still experiencing. But I wouldn't mind just unpacking really quickly with you the proof points, obviously, that helped you to understand how effective this sponsorship and this television activity was. You worked a lot in partnership, as we do, with Agile, with Craig Service and the team who are here today. And I know that there's another session later where you'll hear a lot more from Agile and also from TV Squared. And I know there's a little brochure on everybody's table there. You should get amongst it. But can you talk to us a little bit about that partnership with Agile and how important those proof points were to you?
Yeah, for sure. Once again, being a very agile and tech business, there's expectations as a marketer that you can deliver results straight away. And it's always hard to measure the impact of TV, even if we do believe in it. And I think the graphs I showed you prove that we were right. But how do you actually measure the effectiveness and the impact of your activities on TV? And so working with Agile was quite good because they're able basically to identify the impact on your traffic and app downloads based on the integration you have. So if you had a tradie wearing a Hipages high-vis on an episode of the blog, what is the impact versus what is the impact of your TV ad playing during the blog versus the app being showed versus compiling all that. If you actually have the app being showed in the show followed by a TV ad, you see massive spike in traffic. So it also allowed us to be, and I'm going to maybe say a secret here, but we're probably going to be all in for year 2 this year, and it allows us to be a bit more strategic in our media buy as well and on the integration. We're able to be like, okay, we know that we're going to have an integration in show, so we want a TV ad just after in this ad break, and we want another integration followed by that, and a billboard, for instance. So really, really helpful. And those graphs, I know they look a bit daunting, but the beauty, again, of working in tech business, we've got a lot of data analysts to do those graphs for you. But it's showing at the top is the jobs, the bottom is the app installs over time, and the dotted line is basically the forecast of what would have happened for jobs and app downloads if we hadn't sponsored the block. The straight line is what happened for real. It's the actual results. So it's once again a very nice graph to show to your senior leadership team or the board of directors to prove that definitely this moved the needle from a business point of view.
Definitely, thank you. So the block actually finished in early December of last year. and I know you're obviously continuing with various different media strategies in place. Can you talk to us a little bit about what you are doing now and what the halo impact of that television activity has been for you?
Yeah, for sure. I was very surprised. As I mentioned before, I really thought it would be a long-term play and we would build our brand and people would start talking and hearing about Hipages and having Hipages top of mind, but being able to show those short-term results was amazing as well. The other component of us being on TV, which we've never experienced with other activities, as I said before, it was the first time we did free-to-air TV, but we've never experienced that before with print or digital advertising, for instance, is a lagging effect, which means as soon as the block went off air around the 11th of November, for at least 2 to 3 months, and we're still experiencing that now, the growth maintained from specific channels coming from brand. So not only are we fueling the top of the funnel with new acquisition, people that have actually watched the block between August and November, but didn't really need a tradie at that time, but we are top of mind now when they think about, oh yeah, I need a tradie now. So that is working as well, but also there's a halo effect on your other channels. And once again, being the brand and comms guy versus the SEO and SEM guys, it's nice to show that the conversion rate has also increased, because if you land on hipages.com.au on our website from a paid search or SEO link and you know the brand, you trust the brand, you're much more likely to convert. So there is definitely a halo effect of TV that we didn't have from other media.
And you've talked a little bit about search there. Can you talk about how television has been driving search results for you and what that has meant? Yeah,
well, actually the best example to give is, I look a bit tired because I woke up at 3 a.m. to be at the Today Show this morning, which was in Blackton, which was amazing. But basically, it was great. We had tradies fixing people's homes. And it was live on TV. And I actually just got some results from our search guys, and literally just being live crossed with the weather guy 6 times on Today increased by 500% our traffic from brand search just this morning between 6 and 9 a.m. So definitely, an impact. Once again, you're like, okay, we've done all that, it's nice PR, but can we see some impact? And we're able to see definitely the impact, so that was nice.
Amazing. So you've shared some really phenomenal results with us today, and thank you. We really genuinely appreciate it, because one of the challenges around proving efficacy of any channel, specifically television, is there needing to be a real desire from all parties to share and collaborate and to really be able to prove those impacts together. So, sharing this kind of depth of data is a really important step, and I can promise you, and I will speak on behalf of all media owners in the room, we don't use it against people when you share this data with us. We use it for good and for helping you to prove that what you are doing in your marketing and your advertising campaigns is genuinely delivering you a business result. The role of the CMO is becoming, infinitely more challenged and more difficult, and ourselves, along with our partners in Agile and TV Squared, are obviously, really committed to unpacking those results for you. So thank you for sharing all of that. Lastly, you did give away a little bit of a secret. How do you feel overall about all of your television impact and about the block specifically?
Yeah, I felt actually surprised when I saw the results last year when we started, and then I felt relieved, which was good. And now I feel excited about this year. I think, I'm not going to talk about the numbers again. We've seen them. There's definitely ROI that can be calculated from TV sponsorship integration and TV buy as well. But I think I would add as well that Hipages being on TV put us on the map. And it's some things you can't quantify, but the fact that we were on the Today Show today, it's because it's a PR, organic PR opportunity, because they know the brand, they trust us. Our senior leadership team, it's much easier for them to talk to partners, to talk to investors. Our salespeople, it's much easier for them to sign up tradies, because people know about Hipages. So beyond all those numbers, which are great, let's not forget that TV does an amazing job at really putting you on the map as a brand, I think.
Amazing. Thanks, G. I'll pay you that $50 later. Thanks, everybody.